we starting? Are we on? Let me check. This is all right. Hang on. Let me see. Checking the channel. Are we live? Are we? Hang on, live. Oh, we are. Yep, we're live. All right.
Well, we're live, baby!
We're
Welcome
back.
to the first live stream. Actually, I'm just going to be a normal person today. This is something Mike and I wanted to do because we got a little behind on the editing. We wanted to keep some content rolling. So thank you, Mike, from Season 2 over here for setting this whole thing up because I have no idea how to do this. But, Mike, you do this a lot with another account of yours, right?
Yep, on my own Twitch channel. I do this on Twitch too. This is my first time actually streaming on YouTube for anything. So... in fact, there's me over there.
You gotta see if it's working. Yeah.
Yep, there's my chat there on my own account. There I am over there. Oh, and there's it even pops up on the stream too. That's cool.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Sweet. So it's working. Thank you guys. It's working. We are. If you're new to us, we are a new kind of like game show channel that try to like infuses reality TV and live entertainment. So. If you come to our events, there's normally a band playing or there's some sort of art going on. And while that art's happening, there's also a little bit of a reality TV show. So Mike and I are going to talk about our second season of Survifern, which is our survivor-based series. Yeah. We also put out the trailer to a hide-and-seek game that we made, which was like a little tribute to a game called Jet Lag. So we kind of just like do a lot of our own spin-off on games. Try to have as much fun with it. But what I thought would be fun and what Mike thought would be fun is since we're halfway through the game, we'll just talk a little bit about the series. I can give you guys some behind the scenes on creating it. Because, like, I would say, obviously with any game, the most fun part about creating the game is watching the game unfold. And, like, just seeing how things work. Like, the first thing maybe we get into, Mike, is I thought Half Idols would have been played way more this season. And... you go through the entirety of the first day, and nobody... oh, Erickson, what's up, man? The entirety of the first day, that's like, what, 5 people voted out, and not a single advantage played. When we put in a lot of advantages...
I'll tell you
like,
what
Mike,
I was... so I'll tell you what I was surprised by. In that last episode, neither Kate nor Jameson even played their half idol. Were they even aware that they could? Like, did they even, like, think about it?
They could, and I hope Kate and Jameson log in today, because I do want to talk to them about that. I actually just texted them to see if they can join, but I think there was this sentiment that since Kate won the advantage in the preseason, that it was hers, and it wasn't up to Jameson to use, and they didn't realize that together they have a full idol, and they could have
because like I thought
played it.
I talked about this in my like I don't think this was shown, but I was like speculating that one of them had an idol, which I was kind of right on, but
yeah, well, you were kind of right. There was also, I think, way more preseason advantages than you guys realized, or at least a lot of people thought they were the only ones with a half idol. And like,
I only went to one event and didn't get anything from it because like traveling is hard.
Traveling is hard. You had a harder time. You and Josiah had the hardest time being the out of towners a little bit.
I mean, like, at the very least, I survived a few votes, but I only survived.
Honestly, if Ocean wasn't such a hot mess, you probably would have made it to the merge.
I probably would have, but I think just the way things shook out and with what happened at the third round, with Sean leaving, that really...
the third round changed everything up. Like, Sean leaving the game was a big thing, and in the game you can see that the Orange Tribe was really upset because all of a sudden this advantage that they have is gone. And you don't really see in the edit how that actually really hurt your game, because...
Sean was someone...
was the vote there, right?
Yes, she would... It seems confirmed that she was going to be the one that went. But then... she stayed, and then at first I was relieved we'd have to vote again, but it's like she's still here, and then it's like I don't know if I visibly showed this when we swapped, but it's like my heart sank when it was like, oh no.
Oh yeah, that was a great swap for some people, and we're not going to go into that because we're still halfway through the season, but it was a really bad swap for other people. And I think it was the worst swap for you because the little bit of, like, you had sway, you had ins with Dano, you had ins with Tom, you had it in with Mar, you had it in with Kyle too. They all would have worked with you. Kate was really on the outs. In that tribe.
I mean, from what it seemed like, because like when Mar and Kyle were talking about voting out, oh, who's here? Who is here?
Oh, look at this.
I can't see who it
You
is.
it's Kate. You could finish your
Oh,
thought.
no,
And
we
then
were
we'll
just talking about welcome in.
Let's go.
Just,
Welcome, Kate.
no, wait,
What's
there we go.
up? Hey, this
We're
is really
talking.
nice. So we're live. Kate, I don't know if you realize we're live on YouTube
we are
right
live
now.
on YouTube right now, indeed, and we have 6 people watching right now.
Yeah,
What?
2 of them are me. What?
We have 6 people.
But no, Kate. So
Pretty good for a first name.
the question that I love it. The question that we were discussing is really because where we're at in the season right now is Saturday night just ended, so we're not going to talk about Sunday at all today. But Saturday night, did you and Jameson have any conversations about using your half idols for either one of you, or you really thought Palm was going home?
I mean, the way the conversations went, it just seemed like we didn't feel like we needed to use the idols.
Yeah. So you really thought you had who? Like you thought because Jameson and Dano were on the previous, not Dano, Jameson and Mia were on the other team.
So Jameson felt like he had a good alliance with Amia. Like that's kind of what we were under the impression of. So weren't really expecting that plot twist, if you will.
Blindside. You know, like after the fact, I think the only way I would have had a chance of staying, because I think at that point we were like at odds because you voted for me, and I kind of was a bit like irked with you because Jameson kind of kicked me out of the tent, which I know because you two wanted to be together, but like if this wasn't shown, but like Jameson kind of was like a bit pushing me out of the tent, so that kind of like.
I mean, realistically, Josiah had already left. There was a solo tent that you could have been in by
I
yourself.
know, but like it's just the way. I know, but it was just the way he went about it. Like the first day, I didn't want you to be alone in the tent, and because I didn't want.
No, it was really nice.
No, because like
appreciated it.
Yeah, because I was open to working with you in the beginning, and I didn't want you to feel alone because if one person is on their own in a giant tent, I didn't want you to make you feel like you were on the outs.
That's
you two are the ones talking right now because you guys did have a little back and forth in the season.
Yeah, and then
I mean, I'm gonna be real honest. I felt like even after I cleared the air with you, you were just still really cranky about it. Like, not gonna lie, you were bummed and you did not want to let it go.
I kind of.
So,
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna.
I mean, even in like some of the comments I've seen afterwards, like about how you felt like content was only filled with certain things because you weren't on the episode anymore.
Well, I will say the funniest moment, my favorite moment, Mike, is when you put your vote for Kate. You're like, some people say forgive and forget. I don't forgive, I don't forget. That was awesome. That was one of my favorite moments. That was so good.
I don't even know why I should have just. I don't even know why I even said that. It didn't even fit in the moment.
But Mike, I will say this, Mike, you had a really strong strategy at that vote. The 2-2-2 split was genius. I just don't think the players you're playing with understood.
No, but I think what I was trying to get before is that, like you were saying before, that had a good thing going with Kyle and Mar. But to be honest, I think based off what I saw in the third round, it seemed that they were willing to let me go if in the event that Kate had an advantage that could be used to play.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't like I wasn't in I was expendable to them. I was like I was pretty much playing on defense the whole time, and I had no one really that had my back the same way that others had each other. And I knew that, and I honestly knew that coming in, and I figured my best plan was just to be a vote for someone. Like
I knew I had a target on my back the whole time because people knew I was dating Jameson and they knew I had preseason advantages. So like I knew from the gate, people knew that information and it was going to be something that was used against me.
You were a huge target for a lot of people, and I will say, especially in the first day, because we're talking about the first day, people used you as a shield, like 100%, man. They were like, "Yo, we'll just let Kate be the one to the target," and using that little bit of not voting for Ivan to like make the wedge. And Mike and I were discussing if Sean doesn't quit, you might have went home at that tribal. There was a good chance of that.
I mean, I'm surprised I went as far as I did, just because like one. Didn't really watch Survivor. I did watch all of season 1 Survivor, and like Jameson and I made sure we watched that before we started playing. But I knew that different people had better strategies going into this than I did, and I knew that people knew I had advantages and that I had someone with a built-in alliance, So I honestly was surprised I didn't go home the first night. I had a great time playing and getting to number 7 and, getting through the merge and getting immunity at sometime or another with it, like idols, like that. At least what I thought I was getting when I won the preseason advantages, which turned out to be giving half of it away.
Right now, so you won 2 preseason advantages, and we show it a little bit in the episode just because Jameson tells everybody immediately, and it's almost like that moment really enhanced the target on your back.
I know. I was really really bummed because like people didn't come out, they didn't really know, but at that point it was like, oh yeah, and I'm like, are you kidding me? We made it all the way here.
Yeah, he kind of you did have a target on your back, but I think that target was amplified by your 2 public advantages being known from the start. Like there was so many half idols in the game. I think there was 7. We had 7 half idols, so 3 idols could be made, and 1 person would have been the lone person out. But with those 7 half idols, you were the only one that people were thinking of that have half idols. Obviously, there's other ones, but. So so tell us about how you got those, and maybe one boardwalk experience.
I'll be right back.
One of them was at Asbury Lanes. Did a bowling competition, and I felt like that was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. It's one of the few times the lanes have actually worked at the lanes. And then
yeah, we had to fight them to make that happen.
Which is ridiculous that they stole the name and don't actually have lanes that work.
Well, they have lanes now, and I will say Mary was awesome. She was like, yeah, you want a bowl? I'll make it work for you. So much love to them.
Yes, I miss old lanes. Just my opinion,
Yeah.
I love that place. I miss the Souls Wrap, to be really honest. But anyways, I digress.
My favorite part of that was that's the first time we implemented champions into our game. And I do remember you not being the happiest about that.
No, I mean, realistically, if you're playing to compete in something, you should be competing the whole time. You shouldn't have someone winning an advantage for you or trying to win an advantage for you. Like, if you can't show up, then you can't show up. But people who show up should have that opportunity to have that advantage and not be like, oh, well, I couldn't make it, but I can still have this advantage because someone else won it for me. So
it's even funnier with Palm because when we did this bowling challenge, Palm was there. He just wanted to drink a whiskey sour in the back and just watch his champion bowl for him.
Which is even more are you kidding? You're here, you're not even doing it.
Yeah, but that didn't. I thought that might have actually hurt his game a little bit because of how upset you and Jameson were. But it seems like it's a month and a half before the actual main line, so a lot of the stuff in preseason does get forgotten about once the game starts because preseason's long. Even for this season 4, preseason's long. And then once game happens, it's oh my god, game is quick. Comparatively from 3 months of preseasons to 2.5 days of mainline,
I'll tell you. I'm interrupted.
What was that, Mike?
I'll tell you. One thing I've noticed that Palm was in with everyone, and I think if I didn't get so fixated on that vote, I would have tried to make a push against him. Knowing what I know now.
Kate, do you think you and Jammo would have voted Palm out?
Oh, you froze. Hang on. What happened?
Cowbell, I
mean,
you froze for a bit. You froze for a bit.
Because dynamics are continually changing.
All right, say that again.
Repeat what you said.
Dynamics are always changing, always changing. So, you think one thing 1 minute, and then the next,
Plus,
you're voted out.
It's also worth it. Palm had the idol at the time too.
Mm-hmm.
He also had the idol at the time.
Pretty much, if he played it, I mean, at that point, I kind of knew I was kind of cooked anyway. But at the very least, I could have made the argument that if I go home, one of you two will be next. But it's worth
Mike,
thinking
you
about
froze
it.
A little bit. I don't know if it's just on my side, but
I don't know it's happening.
Yeah, I don't know which one of us are frozen between me, Kate, and Mike.
It's freezing on your side, which is weird. I don't know if something is up with Discord or something.
All right, hey guys, if the 5 or 6 of you that are watching, this is our first time. Thank you for sticking with us. Yeah. Technical difficulties, but this is a great conversation. I love that I have the 2 of you here because you guys did have a lot of back and forth interactions, which is fun.
Yeah,
Asbury strong. Asbury strong. That's a good move by our editor, Rob.
I had Craig, I feel like my game would have been wildly different.
Oh my god, that's on Craig. But I don't know if anyone knows this. It was supposed to be a 16-player season. So the whole thing with one person going to Exile Island, we had to like bring Exile Pool Party in like 2 days beforehand. And we already had the idea of Exile Pool Party as a joke, but we're like, oh crap, we actually have to use this now.
Well, at least you were planned for it,
Yeah, but Craig would have been another person in your Jameson, and you, JMO, and Palm would have been strong then with Craig.
For sure. I feel like that would have completely changed the game for Jameson and myself. I felt like the people that were there, like that I didn't know, had strong alliances because they had built up with people throughout the preseason. And mind you, like, love Palm, know Palm a lot better now. I didn't really know him then, so it just really changes relationships and conversations when
there was a lot of preconceived notions between the out-of-towners that everyone was so close. I think obviously you and Jameson were close. Kyle and Becca were close. But besides that, like, Palm didn't really know Kyle that well.
But now they're
like,
yeah. But now
they're really.
Each other.
Everyone's more friendly now because of it all. But Kyle didn't really know Palm. I mean, Mia and Palm met like once in the studio beforehand.
Yes.
And then.
That was shown.
No, I really think it was just you and JMO that had the strongest alliance. Amanda, like, people knew who Amanda was, but it's not like she came in the game with her best friend. No,
and like Jameson and I knew Amanda from kickball. We obviously knew Ivan. He rode with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like,
Ivan, of course.
There are some people that we know from town, and then there are some people like I knew Jake, but like not a ton. I know him randomly a little bit here and there through Tom. Hence the reason why his thing is Tom's brother.
I'll tell you one thing, right? Like a week before the season started, I watched all of the interviews, all the Instagram ones. I just wrote down all my first impressions on everyone. That was a fun time to do. It's like,
the interviews are cool, man.
I just pretty much wrote down my first impressions in a word. I don't know where they are now, and I probably wrote some things about some people that I definitely don't think now. First impressions can go a long way, let me tell you. But then when you actually meet people and spend a weekend with them, it's a whole different thing.
It's nice that you said that too, because I just messaged like I have to message the other half of season 4. Like, yo, play your videos. We have 2 weeks to do them. Let's go.
Yeah. But, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But no, I mean it's a really good point that I think that like you and Bex and maybe Becca and Mar, like, you guys thought that everyone was way more connected than they actually were. Like, the people that they like met in passing, like Kate said, she knew Jake a little bit. It wasn't like they were super buddy. But especially in the edit, it seems like everybody is so close, and there's like 4 or 5 people that aren't as close.
I mean, even then, it's like when you come into this and like know everyone kind of like knows each other a bit. Even like people, I think, are gonna naturally stick with that to some extent. Like, but at the same time, I mean, like, I think
let's think of this right now. In the sense of the game at the moment, like Saturday night, Jameson just got voted out. Mm-hmm. You would think that the tightest alliance members are JMO, Kate. Mia is an interesting player because in that episode she had a choice to make. She can go with her preseason alliance of Palm or her in-game alliance with Jameson, and it feels like she backstabbed Jameson, but she went with her first alliance. Mm-hmm. But the whole game, it felt like Mia was really close with Amanda, really close with Jake, and really close with JMO. When in actuality, she was way more close with Palm because of that just one interaction they had at that studio.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes the little things can go all the way. I mean, I've like ever since Survifern, I have dabbled in the online reality space, and I've played quite a few games since, and I haven't won any yet. I've gotten to the end once, and I mean, just in my last...
End's good, man.
The
hard games to play.
It is very hard. I mean, no matter how you shake it out, whether I'm on Discord or playing in a backyard or in Fiji, it's tough. And there's all sorts of different things you have to take into mind. All the different social aspects of the game. How you come across
just going to a little bit, like just tell people that are watching like what an ORG is, just
Yes,
like as if you're talking to someone that knows nothing about it.
Yes, so an online Survivor game is basically a game of Survivor in which you play on your computer or your phone. A lot of times they're on Discord, which I'm in many of them. I've played. I frequent a lot of servers because I like to watch people play. And like basically they're also on Facebook and Instagram, pretty much anything. I've seen Snapchats too. But basically what it is
That's
is
what time out. You've seen Snapchat Survivor games?
they're not as common. Discord's usually the one I prefer.
How do you use Snapchat for? It's like a quick game, or like a half-hour game.
It's usually on message boards or forums. Although there are speeds too, but like the one I've been playing, I just played in one. I played, and I was in it for about like a month or so, and
a month of the game with like voting out and strategies and everything.
It happens in real time. Unlike this, where it happens over a weekend, this all happens in real time. You're given a challenge. Usually it's every 24 hours something happens. You're given a challenge, and then in 24 hours the deadline happens, and you find out if you won or not. And if you win, you don't have to vote. But if you don't, then you have to do tribal council. You gotta do all that, and then there are advantages hidden, which are usually hidden in the server or done through advantage systems like puzzles or a safari. It's pretty fun, and like I've had a lot of fun.
The mental battle with that, because I know people had a tough time leaving the game when we do 2.5 days. Like mentally, how do you go to work while you have this going on?
It's not easy. There have been like the first few times, I had a hard time coming out of the game myself because obviously I was a bit disappointed that I didn't last as long as I would have wanted to, and there were so many things I wish I could have done. But like with the first few times I was playing online Survivor, it really like got in my head because like I think it hits differently when it's like when you have people like you don't know, and like but at the same time you put so much time into it because like the first few times I played and I got voted out, there were nights I wasn't able to fall asleep. Thankfully, since then I've gotten a bit better. Like I just got voted out last week in the game I was playing, and I mostly was just able to go about my day, not really have any issue with it because I kind of knew it was coming. But the first couple.
Did they offer any type of like counseling or
usually there are people to talk to if you're having a hard
decompression?
time. Yes, the thing for me is that when I am like, if I'm getting voted out in an online game, I could just go right onto my couch, pull out my games. I got my Steam Deck. I can play games on it, or just on my Switch, and I could just turn off Discord and not even think about it. I can't say the same about a lot. Like I could just turn Discord off of my phone and just go about now when I'm out here and when I'm out here in the live games, I don't really get the chance to do that because I have to stick around for a bit.
Cool. Well, I think that's like it's just a nice thing to remind people of, is where it's like yeah, there's a lot of games out there to be played if you want to play them. Like we're watching them on TV, but for example, Will from our production crew has his own game called Stranded out right now. I think the first 4 episodes are out. John from our season 1's on there. Bex from our second season's on there as well. Yeah, and also a whole bunch of other contestants that are in other LRGs. So LRG means live reality game.
And an ORG or org. It's better to say org, not ORG, because it sounds like something else. Org is online reality game. So whether you want to play in person or online, there are so many different ways to get the Survivor experience, because getting on the real show, the odds of getting on it it's not easy. It is not easy. But,
and it's a cool thing too, because a lot of these games are like on YouTube or other streamers. Like you can watch seasons of other people's games. I'm gonna do production just as a gopher on Survivor Bloomington. Which I'm pretty excited for, but that's all the way in Indianapolis. I didn't realize when they told me
it was all the way. You're going all the way to Indy.
I thought it was like in Bloomfield, New Jersey when they first told me.
That's cool. You're still gonna go out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there. These guys are really cool. They're on their 8th season, and they do some really awesome stuff.
I feel like I've heard of them. Like the ones I've really been into for a while are the college survivors. I know Will has seen a few of those. The one I haven't seen much of Michigan, but the one I've watched a lot. I've been watching them since like they were fairly new. Survivor Maryland at Maryland University.
Maryland,
that is a really good one.
Yeah, when I first met Will, he was telling me all about this stuff. Like, Will was a nice resource when he like DM'd me when I was doing season 1 and was like, "It's my dream to work on an LRG," and I was like, "What's an LRG? Yeah, you can come work with us and party with us."
Yeah, I mean,
So,
like, because some of my friends have wanted me to do one, because I used to host them in my backyard. I was just like, not that much, but they want me to
well,
do it
Josiah
again.
from season 1 from season 2 hosts his own too.
The challenge.
Yeah, he has his own challenge out there. The Derpy Smiler, Josiah, our season 2 cast. If you're watching this, go give his channel, the Derpy Smiler, a subscribe.
What's his?
There's a nice video of him and Sean hanging out too after the game. Him and Sean have stayed close, which is super cool.
Yeah, honestly, I think like, yeah. Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, the thing I wanted to get into is that, there's all this history and lore between all these different games out there, and obviously we have ours. Oh, Sandy didn't use the idol, and John backstabbed everyone, and, what the lore that's coming out in Season 2, the golf ball is a big thing. But the fun thing is, for Season 4, we got invited to be a part of an LRG documentary. So there's this group of people that are going around the world and just filming, I think, like 6 or 10 different games. And they're working on like a whole pitch where they're going to showcase how all these different games are run. And they'll be out our 4th season. There'll be a whole documentary crew aside from our production there. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty excited for that too. If you're listening to this and you're watching and you want to be in the documentary, come to the party. Season 4, August 29th, 30th, and 31st. Mm-hmm. And we're doing one final preseason event, August 24th, where we do the first official challenge of Season 4, and we watch the Season 2 finale. It's going to be a good time.
It'll be a good time. I don't know if I'll be able to show up or not. I'm coming home from Boston.
Dude, you're far away.
I'm also coming home from Boston that day. I'm going on a trip that weekend, but I'll discuss that later. Now I want to talk a little more. But
it is what it is. It is what it is.
Overall, though, it has been fun seeing because I think my favorite thing about watching Game of Survivor is when you get a mix of people that know the game very well and then people that don't know it as well. Because obviously it's interesting because when you have a room, I feel something that the real show does a lot is they cast pretty much all super fans and everyone's just so happy to be there and all, and it's oh, you got me. But I think one of my favorite things is when there's real emotion and people that may not know, one of my favorite things is seeing someone that may not know the game that well be really good at it. I've seen that happen a few times myself. It's very fun.
It's definitely different levels. So when you go watch other LRGs or when you watch the new season of Big Brother or new season of Survivor, there are a lot of gamers out there that are, into it thinking it's okay if I backstab and all this stuff. But when you watch our game, we have a lot of people that know nothing about Survivor, know nothing about LRGs, and there are more raw emotions. So I do like how our game is almost like a snapshot of what earlier Survivor was.
Yeah.
Our first season. If you haven't watched our first season, it's very early Survivor. There's idols, there's advantages, but it's still strategy-wise very first season. And I think Season 2 steps away from that a tiny bit. I think the Amanda vote is a show of that. For sure.
The swap, that's what happened. Because on the original tribe, it seemed like Bex and Becca were not in a good spot. But then
Sean went from the top, yeah.
But
there was a clear 4-3.
Yeah.
Clear 4-3.
I should have picked Bex for my team. Oh well, but then when swaps happen, you can't be too comfortable. And usually what happens is when tribes go a long time without having to vote,
Back? Keeps on freezing on me a little bit.
Sorry, alright. It's been happening, but I don't know something up. But usually a lot of times when tribes go a long time without going to tribal, cracks form. When you go to tribal a lot, it's you build character in a way. I play in a game I've played, I made it to the merge without going to a single tribal council. And it felt nice. I didn't have to vote for 2 weeks. But then of course I didn't really have the time to test my relationships.
You don't know where you actually stand.
Exactly. And I thought I was... Oh, it froze. Hang on. It froze. Give me a moment. Discord is freezing a lot. I don't know what's up with that.
No, but...
Sorry, okay, we're back. I thought I was in a good spot, but then I only lasted a couple of rounds before I ended up being the 3rd member of the jury. So...
Well, you lasted 3 votes on a tribe of 7?
Well...
Right?
I survived 2. I
Survived 2.
I survived 2. I went to 3 votes and was voted out in my 3rd. So.
Got you. You survived 2, and then 2 people from the other team.
I wonder what would have happened if we lost that first challenge and someone on my team got exiled. If
would have been different.
I think there's a good chance they probably would have sent me to get exiled.
You don't think they would have set Palm? You don't think Kyle would have made Palm happen?
I don't know. I mean, if I got exiled at the very least, I mean, I could have done a bit more with that.
I'm texting somebody. I'm texting someone right now, and if they come on, I will ask them who they think they will do it.
Because I think
I'm trying to get them to jump on this. I
could potentially see Bex pushing for me to go, but you never know though. Because now I should say this. I mentioned this in the comments. This wasn't shown, but I was pushing for Mar to be exiled, but everyone else wanted Kyle. And I had to go along with it. So even though it looks like I said because I was the one that announced it in the episode, but in actuality, I wanted Mar to be exiled.
No, you're right. There is footage of you saying that, and it got a little lost on the editing floor. Yeah. We're doing our best editing, and that's also why we're here right now, because we're a week behind at the moment.
It's all good. That's why we're here. I'm having fun. We're having
it's good.
We're having a good time so far. But yeah, because I mean, and also I think I talked about this in the comments, but during the day we got the coffee, I was looking at all the coffee cups and the sugar packets for an advantage. I thought there would be something hidden.
If that's season 4, there's definitely a coin or 2 in there. The nice thing about having our faux coin economy, which is something we established in our 3rd season, is you can just go ham with them.
Yeah, and sorry. But I think what I liked about the coins is that unlike outright giving a half idol in the preseason, the coins on its own won't do much. It's basically up to what you do with them in the game. You could basically do whatever you want. I've played a bunch of online games that have a currency system where you can get things. And 2 games ago, I played a Mario Party one where you play a game of Mario Party to get advantages. You travel around the board, you get coins and stars. You could use them to buy idols or which I bought a safety and it's cool. I think that it adds a whole thing. And I think unlike the fire tokens, it is kind of similar to the fire tokens in Winners at War, which I do think there was a good concept there. But I'd be a bit flawed. But I really like the system that was created for that. And I'm very looking forward to, if we do a recap stream for that season, that'll be a fun time as well.
That comes out sometime 2026. I don't want to put any promises out there.
I am looking forward to it. Yep. But sorry. Oh, I gotta keep. But
no, it's okay.
But we will be covering season 4 live on this channel in a few months. Well, in a month or so, we're gonna be here live. So
this is part of what we're doing is we're testing out how it flows. But we did live stream season 3, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And now we're just gonna.
I had a wonderful time, and
I love that. It makes me really happy, man. That makes me really happy, and it'll be a cool thing to do. So if you're not in New Jersey and you still want to follow along, you'll be able to play from wherever you are as well. Help a few people out, watch the things happen live. There are other LRGs that do live streams the whole time.
Yep.
Reality competition events. I think that's what they're called on Facebook.
I've seen a few. I've seen a few do a few short snippets of challenges, but we actually live stream everything. I bring out my whole computer stuff and do all that. It's a process, but I had a good time. But
everything we do is a process. I hope if you start to see our production value, we work really hard to go as ragtag as we can, stretch every dollar, and just make it freaking happen. I'm really excited for the live stream this year. If we can get some live streamers donating a coin or 2 throughout the event, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to disclose too many spoilers yet. That's what we're going to
do. I think we got 3 listeners, and by the time season 4 runs, maybe we'll get 20 views.
This will be a VOD, so just saying, don't spoil too much.
It'll be a VOD.
Yeah, cool. I'll keep a VOD of this, so just be careful what you say, because don't want to spoil anything for our players.
Yes. Well, that's a big part of it right now is the game is alive. I think that's the fun thing. Here we go.
Here. What's up, Jake?
Let's go. Rerun out now. Eat Mogo. Get your lift on.
Let's see you,
What's up, Jakey?
Welcome. Oh, you just got off.
I'm literally about to get my run on.
Oh boy, I just got off my run earlier before I started this. Well, I didn't run.
I'm doing this just for Fern because I love him so much. Because I need to provide
Let's put you on focus here.
What do you got for me?
We're just
All
here
right,
to
let's
have
make it
you.
quick for you. I'm gonna go rapid fire with you. So we're live on
Okay.
YouTube right now. We have 5 viewers, and the 5 viewers probably want to know.
Oh God,
if
am I lagging out or am I good?
You're
You're
fine.
good.
You're fine. You're fine.
Good and on the treadmill. So rapid fire questions for you. And remember, answer this as though the last thing that happened was Jameson got voted out. Like
Okay.
Sunday morning isn't a thing yet. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night isn't a thing yet. Okay, so when you guys lost the water bottle challenge, if you won that, who on Ocean would you have sent to exile? Because they sent Kyle on your team to be safe. Who would you have picked on the blue team to be safe?
That's a tough. Who would I have picked on the blue team to be
For,
safe?
for reference,
Yeah.
the people on the blue
That's a
team
tough-
were myself.
Or no, I'm probably gonna say Palm, because I love.
Tom?
Hang on, froze again. It froze again. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Yeah, I would've
Sorry,
agreed Tom.
it froze
going
again.
into
It
it.
froze again. Can you repeat what you said?
I think people would have just assumed I'd choose Palm. We didn't even have an alliance or anything on this. I literally, we just connected. He's just my buddy. Like, we were
So-
sitting around, and I was like, I like this guy. And that was
So
it.
what you're saying is you and Palm had no preseason connection. You basically met him at the event.
Yeah, I did not really know him, at all.
I love it because there's a lot. We were talking about earlier. There's a preconceived notion that everyone knew everybody already. Everyone was buddy. But
Hey,
I mean,
Lauren.
who were you buddy with before the games?
Oh, okay. It keeps. Hang on.
Sorry.
hang on,
I
hang on.
know something that was super crazy. Oh God, I can tell
You're on
you
a
cutting out a
treadmill.
little bit, but something that was super. Well, no, it's not the trend.
It's lagging out on me. Hang on.
Yeah,
This thing.
true.
Like, I would show up for
It lagged out on you. Could you repeat what you said before?
Can I call Fern and can he put me on speakerphone?
Maybe. Well, let's just try to get through this, and then we'll do another day with you one day.
No, and I'll do it again too because I know I got it. But Beck said that everybody was long-standing BFFs.
That's what Bex was
Mia,
telling me. That's what was we actually
Mia?
had a few calls before the season started.
Mia and I met each other. I DM'd her on Instagram because I saw that she was playing, and she posted a song on her story that I really liked. So I was like, "That's a good song. Let's be in an alliance." I started talking to her a month before the game. Amanda I had played kickball with a few times. I was a regular person who go to kickball. The Asbury Park group is Thomas's group. I am blessed that I have a lot of friends from that group, but these aren't this wasn't something that I was super deeply rooted in for a while. Yes, JMO I knew well, and when we found out we were playing, towards when it was happening, it was yeah, of course we're gonna be, because we were buddies. But I didn't have these deep connections with the vast majority of people that were playing. I was very transparent when I was I'm bringing it. I've never been a Survivor. I like the people, and it seems like fun. So Amanda and I probably agreed to have an alliance when we got there, or a few days beforehand. JMO probably very shortly leading up to it. None of it was
Oh, there you go, we're back.
Yeah, Gabe, that's a really nice and fun thing, and I want to do one-on-one conversations with everybody to go a little bit more in depth after the season's over. The problem though is we're going to be filming season 4, and then we're only going to want to talk about season 4 stuff. But I do want to go into that stuff too, because I think in the edit it makes it seem like Jake, you and Kate are so close. Jake, you and Palm are so close. You and Mia are so close. You and Kyle are so close. But it's it doesn't really.
I've never met Kyle before. I never met Kyle before that.
Yeah.
That was my first time ever talking to him.
I will say Bex did a good job of creating that narrative to really push that, and that's a good
And
gameplay.
since it's already,
I mean, yeah, it pretty much got because
since all that stuff came to light. Sorry, Mike. I don't mean to cut you off.
it's okay.
but
I cut you
saying
off. It's my bad. I'll stop
These
talking.
episodes have been released already. I was right. The whole time I was right, and I was calling everything as it happens. It doesn't matter if I know Survivor. I can read people because I'm the people's person. So I
The
knew what
people's
was.
champion.
They had their little marionette strings and everybody, and I was just all right, well, I'm cooked. So, what do you know?
What are you gonna do, man? What you're gonna do is maybe potentially play again one day. We'll see what
Maybe.
happens.
Get those gains while you're at. You're looking like you got some.
Only hope.
I love it. I love it. All right. Last question for you. What was your favorite challenge of season 2 that you got to compete in?
I can't say the ball throwing one because I fucked up so bad at the end. I couldn't get that last block. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't like anything crazy expected of me. It wasn't anything crazy expected of me. But the weight, like carrying the coolers and everything, I just was stacking stuff and carrying it so much more at once than everybody else that I set us up to be way ahead of everyone the entire time. So,
Yeah, you did set Sean up with a huge lead, and then Kyle came back with it.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Last question for the two of you. Well, not for you, Kate, but Jake, your connection is. But last question for you guys. Did you feel like it was a rerun of season 1 with the green team losing a bunch and the blue team losing a bunch on the puzzle, and then Ramrod just crushing it, and then Orange Crush just crushing it, and it's just really the puzzle continuously ruining for you guys?
So I felt that it was its own thing because we got absolutely screwed from Sean having to go to work. So it is not like any other season.
You really think you
100% changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Entirely.
And the thing is, that kind of stuff happens a lot in the real show too. If someone gets evacuated when someone else is about to go, that could change things up because all you need is one round to completely change it. A lot can happen in just one round of the game. And
yeah. But Jake, so you on Orange Crush really felt Sean leaving hurt you guys?
100%.
Did you feel like you had like a working relationship with Sean? Like you could have voted together?
I think I got along well with pretty much everyone, to be completely honest with you. I think I could have had a working relationship with anyone. I think Bex was the only person who had it out for me, but that was because she knew me from other groups and she was afraid of me. The secret was though, I didn't have a whole lot going on in here because I didn't know the games in Survivor. I was just there to win competitions and be friends with everyone.
Yeah,
I'll tell you something.
That's a nice way to do it.
I'll tell you one thing. Ever since Survivor, I have been practicing the hell out of puzzles. I went to Etsy. I bought some of those Survivor puzzles. I got that colored block puzzle. I've been practicing slide puzzles, and I've been trying to get better at words. Asbury Park Heroes will never live that down.
I mean, I would say, dude, Asbury Parker Hose was hilarious, Jake.
I
said it will haunt us forever.
I'm so good at word puzzles. We had a good strategy for the blindfold. We had such a good strategy for the blindfold too, because I was like.
The thing is, like, so that you had a huge lead again. Like, I feel like blue team was just huge. Huge lead, lose. And I'm sorry if I'm.
The only challenges we won were ones that did not end in puzzles.
Like, huge.
Hold on.
Yes,
the water balloon toss into like the ball drop one. Orange was running with it the whole time.
Yeah,
you were running with it the whole time.
We kept losing balloons and sitting there for 10 seconds and
me and Amanda were methodical the whole time. I was in a trance for
Well, you guys didn't drop once, and then Ivan kept on dropping. Like, do you guys think if Ivan didn't drop as much and you still lost, you would have targeted him so much? Let's go, J-Mo.
I mean, Jameson's here. It froze again. Let's put Discord here.
Oh, it's America's favorite couple.
Everybody was good on my side.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. I'll have to look into this later, but I'll figure it out another time.
I love it.
Fern, you have any more questions for me before I go pop my music in?
I think that's pretty good for now, man. But like for all of you guys, for all 4 of you and the rest of the 15 players in the cast, I would love to do a one-on-one, like 15-minute one of these together, where we once the season's over, so we can like talk about things that haven't aired yet. Jake, thank you for coming on. You're the hype man. Let's go. Give us one round of hype before you leave.
In a month. Well, I'm still here, but
actually, I did Seek Out on Spotify. The newest single for the Pose of Fern. Survivor in season 4. Fern, who do you want to sponsor us this year?
Who do we want to sponsor us? Everybody.
Asbury
We would
Park
like
Brewery,
everybody to
sponsor us.
sponsor us,
The
please.
city of Asbury
Is the
Park, please
Mogo
sponsor us.
Lounge gonna be there again?
America's favorite couple,
We'll
please
see.
sponsor us.
Is Mogo going to be there again? I want the Mogo Lounge.
I hope so. I
The
haven't
Mogo
reached out
Lounge
to them
is.
yet.
I would go to the Mogo Lounge more any day over the Sanctuary, where good things happen. Even better
Dude.
things happen at the Mogo Lounge.
I love it. I love it so
That's my
much.
say.
All right, man.
All
Well,
right,
Jake,
everybody.
enjoy the rest of your workout. We're gonna chat with Kate and JMO real quick.
Yeah.
And
And
we'll,
let me
keep
know
on
when you want
going.
to talk, Fern. I got you, man. Be good,
Yeah.
everybody. See my
Hey,
case.
Jake.
I'll see you later, Jake. I'll see you in a month.
All right, JMO and Kate. So, question that I kind of already asked Kate, but JMO, I'll let you weigh in on it a little bit. Did you feel like you had your own half idol, or did you feel like you were holding on to someone else's half idol?
I felt like I was holding on to someone else's half idol, and there was that was a tough challenge for that second piece of the idol, and I didn't want to suggest to use it, and
So you didn't want to suggest to use it for what reason, though?
I don't know. I was hoping that we could have Mia stay with the original kind of alliance that we had from the Orange Crush side of the game, because if we had her go, then we had one more round, and then we could have thought about it. But it
So
was
you
just
guys, do you guys discuss it at all, the two of you? Because we don't have any footage of you guys saying like, "Yo, do we use this half idol this round?" Or in your minds, it's like, "Yo, I got Orange Crush plus Kate," which Kate would have been good because like Ocean really wasn't voting with you at like the couple rounds before. You voted for Ivan, and now this is here. It's almost like you were talking Ocean strong, but it would have been best for you to jump ship probably.
I mean, I felt like when we had the merge between the teams and Jameson had an alliance with Mia, I felt like that was 3 people with the 3 of us.
Yeah.
So I felt confident in at least, okay, I have an alliance with potentially 2 people, not just 1. Whereas before, I didn't have Craig. Ivan was gone. Mike didn't like me, and I knew he was like, giving
I got
attitude about me.
way,
To the other
I got way
players.
too
So, like,
fixated on that, and that was my
putting the
downfall.
seed,
My
it, like
every
you know, it
time.
hides a little bit when someone else is putting the seed in other people's head to vote for you, which I'm not surprised about. I knew it was going to happen.
So, Kate, just like I'm gonna defend a little bit. You did throw a vote on Mike, though. So,
I did.
if you don't throw that vote on Mike, do you think all that happened? So, all of it's gameplay. I love that you didn't want to vote for Ivan, but I do think it hurt your game not going with the team.
Personally, I do think that if we lost, if Kate did not vote for me and we lost again, there is a very good chance I could have gone home if we lost again. If Sean, and then in a twist of fate, Sean leaving would have saved me.
Yeah.
I definitely
Okay,
do think at that point there is a good chance that if Kate did not vote for me at the final 14 it was, I think I probably would have just been the easy consensus at that point.
I feel like things would have been different. Like if we had Craig, I know I keep saying that, but if it was like the full 8-on-8 and we didn't have the person in exile, I feel like dynamics could have been a little different. And, you know, I've said before that I know Ivan from Asbury. He came with us, had an alliance with him. So when it comes down to it, I wasn't going to vote for him. I told him I wasn't going to vote for him. And it's just the type of person that I am. I keep my word. And I know that I'm always going to be honest with people. And sometimes it's brutally honest, but everyone's always going to know where they stand with me. I'm always going to be honest. And that's why I said, hey, Mike, can you come here? Want to talk to you and clear the air because I'm not going to be a shady person.
No,
and people be like, oh, well, who was it? And they'll be like, oh,
I had a feeling it was.
me.
I had a feeling it was you. I had a feeling it was you that did. I mean, I wasn't gonna make like. I don't know. I have been trying to like not think about it too much. I have played. Yeah, it was so long ago. I have played 8 Survivor games online since then. This is like, I was telling a bunch of my friends to watch this and be like, just so you know, this was well before I played any other games, so just don't.
This was your first in-person game besides the one that you hosted?
This was the first in-person game that I played, and then shortly afterwards I played my first online game just a few months later. I didn't do very
So, the thing goes too, Kate, JMO, you guys never played a game before too, right?
No.
Who had any game experience? I think it was all newbies besides maybe like, you know, Mike has run his own and Josiah has run his own, but everyone else was straight like rookie vibes, which makes it interesting when we potentially have an all-star season coming up. How do those rookies now play a second time? I would imagine they're going to play a much, much harder and cutthroat game and not care as much about, you know.
Yes. It froze again, by the way, so it froze again. It froze again, by the way, just so you know. So
I'll re-say the question. JMO, you didn't feel
So I felt them, and Mia was upfront about having a connection because we talked about the other side. I mean, it came up obviously because Kate was on the other side and everybody knew that I had a connection over there. So she had mentioned that to Amanda and Jake because it was like the four of us that were gonna.
Hang on. I need to do something. Hang on, give me a moment.
When we were
it's cutting out.
Flipping camps, I talked to her about that a little bit. And then we just unfortunately, you know, couldn't come up with heroes and
weird.
And I, you know, a couple guesses that last game, and that's one of those games. Like it's a total toss-up of who's gonna win and how you're gonna know who's getting there.
It was crazy. You guys were tied by the last question, which was insane. We were happy with the tie, but it was also funny because season 1 got us to a tie at that moment. We very felt like a similar production. Felt like season 1 and season 2 had a very big arc. And like there was a moment I looked at Palm and I was like, Palm, if you quit the way that Drew sacrificed himself just for the bit, I'm gonna kill you. Because like
Someone already quit and it's like you don't want another one.
Well, the Drew thing in season 1 wasn't a quit. He sacrificed himself, let the team vote him out, didn't want them to have to burn the idol, like, and that was a different vibe.
Only for Sandy to not play it.
I was like in the zone with it, obviously, spent all year planning this thing, and I just released an album called Rerun. And then we release an album called Rerun, and all of a sudden, it's yellow versus green again, where yellow is orange and green is blue, and then there's a tiebreaker thing at the end, and Palm is going to potentially sacrifice himself like Drew did. I lost it. The production had to be like, calm down, Palm's not sacrificing himself, and I was like, no, he's going to just fuck with me and do it. He's going to fuck with me. It was the whole thing. I'm really happy. Around that moment, though, it definitely started to have its own identity with everything. But no, like, really...
With the writing all the names where we were like getting real close with the ties, when you were asking who has an advantage, I didn't want to write that I had an advantage, even though I knew that I had one, because I wasn't sure if people actually believed it because I hadn't said it and I had been actively looking.
Well, the problem is JMO said it in front of everyone. JMO, when you told everyone that Kate had 2 advantages, like, did you realize the target you put on her back?
I mean, I realized it in hindsight, but I think there was already going to be a huge target on her back. Like, people knew that from the preseason challenges, we were coming. It was very obvious we were together. We weren't hiding anything. We were just living our lives and having a great time.
That's something that's like
so, yeah, but I mean, it's not. I don't think there was any point in the game where Kate was being like actively targeted at a certain point, but there was a strong enough coalition that she was going to get voted out at a certain point. Like, you saw it coming. Once Amanda got voted off.
Oh yeah.
Once Amanda left, it was that's why our slogan for the next like 8 hours was Jake was right.
You guys were saying that a lot, right? I wasn't just making that up.
No, you weren't.
Yep, and even this past episode, that's another time when Jake called it that Kyle was going to win. You know, like Jake just knew what was going to happen with some of the girls, and the way the challenges fell, it worked out perfectly for that to happen. So I knew that Kate was not long for
season 2
after
Well,
The man
let's try to keep the talks with less spoilery stuff potentially. Technically, the season isn't fully out yet, but
I'm so sorry.
it is what it is.
I
We
can
have
cut-
6
I can
people
cut parts
watching,
of the
and
VOD
they're
later.
all on and they're all on production. Don't
Hey, it's
worry.
boosting.
Like every
we're
person
getting,
watching.
Yeah, we're getting. We peaked at 7 people watching earlier. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
for
that's
a
the
first
thing.
stream, this is pretty good. But these are good numbers, by the way. Just so you know. Like,
And I will say, this is the thing that I talk about a lot with people is that we're playing a game that's public. Like the winner is known, so it's like a lot of this information is out there if people
Yeah.
want to find it. Because I was thinking about it. Do I have 300 people sign NDAs this year
That's-
where they're not allowed to say
No.
anything? Like, for me, I really think our game is in the moment when it's happening. And the episodes are fun. They're important. Trust me, we spend all our freaking lives editing them. But I do think the crux of our game is in the moment when it
spoiler
happens.
alert.
Like, yeah, and then
I'm
both of
reacting
you,
to Eric.
all 3 of you, like the difference between playing and then being on production and watching the game. Like, do you have a little bit more sympathy for the things that might seem like they're rigged, and even though that they're 100% not, or is it still very much like it's tough, right? When you measure every single
not easy
thing
to
out.
put together. Like, one is not like you have to make sure everything goes right. You have to make sure everyone's happy, and if one thing goes wrong, that could like the whole thing falls apart.
So I'm just gonna say, from playing season 2 and watching season 1, and you kind of just saying you felt like it was a rerun, it's hard from a player at the standpoint to not be like, what's happening? They did the same thing last year.
So you guys felt that on Blue a little bit. You're in the green camp. You're getting screwed by the puzzles again, and you have these leads. Not everyone, but like we couldn't
gotta
control it.
continue.
I was angry about it.
You can't rig the game otherwise.
You know, I don't know. It was easy to say when you're losing.
Yeah. And then I'm going back to you, GML, just because you're here. I've talked about the swap with these two, but did you feel like you were better positioned before the swap or after the swap?
Uh-oh. Hang on. Hang on.
Before the swap,
It's
to be able to survive on that side through the merge. I also think that we, on Orange, would have done very well in the challenges that came after the swap. If I had been on the other side, and not just because of me, just like the tribe we were crushing. So, if I stayed on Orange, who knows who else would have stayed there. But I think that being with Jake and Amanda kind of made me the strongest position that I could have been in to stay.
Froze again. Give me a moment. Hang on. It froze.
Amanda,
we're back.
Yeah,
Discord keeps freezing. It's
but
Discord that's freezing.
I had known Amanda and Jake before the game a little bit more. So I had just known them a little bit more before. And like Jake I'd hung out with a couple times, and like he was great. So I definitely wanted to work with Jake from the start.
No, I love it. Now, my other question, just because I've had mainly Ocean people on here, is so Becca and Bex from the start had a half idol. Like, was there any conversation with your 4-person alliance on whether the 2 Beccas and Sean could do something with their preseason advantages or other advantages? Did you guys think there was more than just a handful of half idols? Like, how many half idols did you guys think were in the game? Tough question.
Like 4.
4. So you thought you guys had 2 out of the 4 half idols in the game?
No, I'm sorry. I think there were 6 total half idols. I think there were 3 split ones. That was going to be my best guess.
Okay, yeah. So we had 2 real idols in the game, and we had 7 half idols that could have became 3. So when you guys are on Orange Crush, like, let's say you have to go to the first tribal, there was no discussion at all about like maybe Becca or Bex have a half idol together.
We didn't go
They never went to tribal before the
I
swap.
know you did it, but
the only time I went to tribal was on Ocean, and it was only twice.
trust me, I know.
It was Mike was out, and then I was out.
Yeah, but I'm asking
So-
if you did go to tribal, like, do you think you guys would have talked about that, or there was no conversations about, if we go to tribal, we have to watch out. We got to make sure they don't know who we're voting for. They might have two half idols together.
We didn't even get that far into the game planning. We were riding that wave, and
Enjoy it. I mean, sometimes honestly, when you're winning, the last thing you want to think about is having to vote. Like,
That's
the last thing you want to do, if you don't have to vote, is throw someone out. If you don't have to throw someone's name out, don't do it. If you're winning, don't throw out anyone's name. That's kind of how I
Just chill with it.
just chill.
No, it was a much different game for Ocean because
We kept
Ocean
losing!
would lose the challenge and then confessionals and then go to tribals. Like Orange Crush, before you swapped, your whole day, there was maybe an hour in between each challenge for you guys. Was it relaxing? You're by the pool, you're eating food, you're laying down, way more relaxing than having to go to tribal and do all these intense confessionals and stuff.
It was spectacular.
Sounds nice.
There were certain times that you talked a little strategy about things, but nobody wanted to get too far into it. We had, the most intimate conversations that the team had was Friday night after the initial challenges and setting up camp. And that's when we got into any of the things that we were going to, bring up as a group and strategize about. And then from there, it was let's just keep this train rolling. If it's not broke.
If not broke, don't fix it. Now, maybe a question for you and Kate, if she comes back. It could just be you, but after hey, what's up, Kate? How you doing? We're a YouTube series. We want to be a reality TV show one day that's on a streamer not besides YouTube. We love YouTube. Please, YouTube overlords. May the algorithm reign fondly on us. But do you have you guys watched any reality TV where people are doing confessionals and voting people out and go hey, I kind of have that experience, or is it just something you guys just been it's separate and it's not the same thing?
No, it feels pretty cool watching some of them, and just thinking about our experience of going through it with all you guys. And sometimes I'm why the heck am I throwing my hat in the ring one more time? But other times I'm yes, this was awesome. So
so you're publicly saying you're throwing your hat back in the ring. So are you feeling good about playing, doing another season? You don't have to say anything on the stream if you don't want anyone to watch it. I understand.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna step into that ring one more time, and I'm gonna have all the fun with it, and we'll see where the chips fall.
And are you gonna do anything differently this time? Are you gonna shake up your game a bit?
I think I have a little more freedom to kind of and honey, don't take this the wrong way. But everybody knew that my first loyalty and the first person I was gonna protect would be Kate. Yeah, everybody knew before everybody showed up on Friday, with the exception of maybe you, Mike, and Josiah, because we had met you the one time.
Oh no, I knew. I knew. Bex told me.
Yeah, so I didn't know, but everybody else 100% knew that she was going to be my first vote.
Right. And that's kind of why I was coming after y'all, because I knew you were never going to vote out each other. So
yeah, so
I was hoping to get other people on board. So
a little more open mindset this year.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Sometimes all you gotta do is change things up. Oh, Discord keeps freezing. Hang on.
See, I feel like he's freezing, but we're not freezing. You're fine for me.
Oh, what was that in the background?
Okay.
Is someone talking? Or?
What? Oh, I just dropped something.
I heard
Sorry,
something
Lauren.
in the back. Discord froze again, so I missed what just happened.
Not much. We were saying that we weren't frozen.
No, because Discord keeps freezing up on my side. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe because I have a lot of things.
As far as watching live reality shows and stuff, a lot of stuff that we tend to watch are cooking shows, so they're not eliminating each other, but they are getting eliminated. So it's
oh, hang on. Discord is being messy again. Hang on.
So it's a little bit different of a take on this type of show, but it's still at the end of the day a performance-based thing. Like if you're not pulling your weight, this person's name may come up sooner rather than later, aside from having a target. You know what I mean? Someone can have a target because they're either having different alliances or because they're just not doing what they need to be doing to not get the team to go to different votes. Are we still allowed to, are we calling it something other than tribal? Because I thought we weren't allowed to.
Convention hall.
Convention this year again.
Convention
Yeah,
hall.
convention
we have
hall.
teams. We have...
I did just text Jenna, who's like one of our carpenters. We have like 3 or 4. I was like, how do you build a marquee? Like the freaking like Wonder Bar marquee or the convention hall marquee? I would love to have like up next and have the band name and like up next Blue Tribe goes to convention or whatever.
Team
Like I just
goes
think
to
it'd be a cool
convention
visual.
hall.
All it is. You need some
What is
wood. It's like a light box.
That's
A
it.
big piece of plexi, some wood, some lights like nailed to the back of it, and just little slide pieces that you can get on Amazon for like $1.
I would love to have it. Like, you know where we have the Survifern sign? Maybe we put that there. We put the Survifern sign somewhere else. Just to have it feel like convention. Because, like, you know, I just feel like it'd be a cool version of it. Next question for the 3 of you. And also, I don't want to keep you guys too long. But now, J-Bo, you're going to be in a different situation. You're going to be playing after being on production for 1 year. We have never had that experience before. Like... Do you think it's going to, like, make you look at the game the same, or you're still going to give us that same edge? You can give us the edge if you want.
No, I don't think it's going to, like, help me with anything as far as knowing it on the other side of production. It was a lot of fun to be helping set up and test and make sure all the games were, you know, set, and it gave me that much more respect for especially Jim, but all of you guys that work so hard on designing the games and
Jim
not
Lunsford,
even
baby.
thought of it, but the hands-on process of building it, transporting it, you know. So it changes things there, but either way, I know a lot more about the breadth of what possible Survivor kind of challenges are with season 2. I went into it having watched Survivor in season 1, but I didn't watch a whole lot of Survivor. So, like, I wasn't sure of all this. And I kind of fell into the wiki hole a little bit. And then seeing it on the production side for season 3, it, kind of strengthened those skills I'm hoping for this next year.
Cool. Well, maybe I'll leave you guys with this unless there's anything else you want to chat about. The reason why I love it is I equate it to being in a band. So for a long time, I used to watch bands play music, and then I was like, fuck it, I want to know how to play music and do the whole thing, and started my own band because no one else was going to invite me to their band. And then after a long time, now I have that experience of like, whoa, this is what it feels like to be a musician, even if it's not the actual huge level that like freaking Foo Fighters get. But I have that kind of shared experience. Kind of goes back to my last question. Like, now that we've produced 3 seasons together, we're working on the 4th one. When I do watch reality TV, like cooking shows or anything, like I feel like there's a sense of just like, I kind of know what's going on a little bit. And it's just, for me, it's been really cool to have that like backdoor lens. And I hope you guys have had a little bit of that experience now, because it's like, for a while it's just like magic. Like, how do they do this? And it's like, oh, they do it by planning for an entire year.
It's a
and
whole
just
process.
yelling at the contestants the whole time.
Don't worry about it.
A lot of it reminds me of food and beverage, to be honest. I was in food and beverage for a really long time, and it's a lot of organized chaos. It's a lot of planning to go into something, and you have a lot of different people doing different things, trying to keep the same goal on the same line with the same, finish line in sight. So it's really interesting to see how they can correlate, because it's referencing the band. It's like everyone plays an instrument and it needs to be tuned properly in order for everything to sound perfect.
Cool. All right, well, that's pretty much that's my stuff. Do you guys have anything else you want to get into?
No, I'm good for tonight. I think we did good.
Well,
Yeah, I'm pumped. Season 2 coming out again on Thursdays next week. The season 2 finale is going to be on August 24th. We're doing a live viewing with everyone. It'll be fun. The foes will play a set. We'll do a season 4 challenge. Scotty's going to play a set. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice time. If you're out there and you're the one person listening and you're not Eric, please subscribe. Subscribe. We got some fun things coming up, and come to the event this year. It's a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for the bands. I'm excited for the game, and I'm excited to see how the new players and the old players mix, and see if we can pull it off one more time without killing my parents. That's the main goal.
Love my son, Papa Fern.
Yeah. Big respect out. Thank you guys, Mom and Dad, wherever you are, for letting us ruin the house for 3 days.
It's a crazy time. Thank you all for joining us in our first live stream. We hope to be bringing more content throughout. Hopefully, doing another stream.
Vote.
Oh yes. Well,
I'm gonna go check that out too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We will end. Make sure you tune in for the weekend, which the days for that are, yes, the weekend of season 4, which will be from the 29th to the 31st. Everything this year, because last year we only streamed the first day. This year, everything is going to be live streamed. I hope.
Tune in, check it out.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Everything
we'll be here
up to
the winner.
Up to the winner. We're not going to announce the winner, but we're going to watch Tribal Council, everything up to the vote read.
All right.
But if you want to figure it out, you just ask one of the 400 people that were there, so it's fine.
Yeah. Can't. All right. I think we're good. I'm going to cut the break.
All right. Until next time, fucking signing off on the YouTube. First live stream ever, baby.
All right. I'm going to cut the stream now. Okay.